The challenge that most of us who are artists are facing today is that many people have very short attention span. And the thing with being an artist, a visual artist, is that you need people to actually look. You need people to take time to look at what you've done or look at, even if you're not the artist that they are looking at. You want them to look at something, contemplate the stuff, and come up with either a rebuttal of it they don't like it, but give you some idea why they don't. Discuss the art, be in a kind of dialogue. But today, people are not interested. So it's quite a challenge for the artist to try and create that dialogue. It's not simply a question of painting and posting online. You have to be able to engage with people over the long term. I mean, if you're looking for sensation, you can be on TikTok. You can get that instant adrenaline you get when you get people visit, but they're not paying attention to what you're doing. So what I would say is that that should not put you off. Rather, it should make you study the environment, the market, the people, the audience, and see what is it that attracts them to certain things. And while you must not copy and try to replicate those things, you have to find kind of lines that can lead you to grab a piece of that audience. Even a percentage of those audience is better than none. I mean, out of 100 people, if you can get one person to really like your work, you're doing fine. I mean, that means the person can actually help to propagate or become an advocate for your work. So you need that audience, but you need the actual real audience, a verified audience, somebody who is actually interested in what you're doing, not just passing by because they see a fine picture or fine sound or a small piece of film you made. It has to be relevant to the viewer or they're just wasting your time. And this is not a kind of an adversarial kind of fight. You're not trying to fight your audience, but you're trying to engage them. So you have to know more about your audience than you know really of your art, or there'll be no connection. So artists must read wider. You have to study wider. You have to look at other professions, how they're doing, how they're doing their marketing. And then you have to try and incorporate that skill set into the work you're doing. Because let's face it, most of the art that artists produce will never be seen by anybody. Most of them become signed to the past, to just nothing. What you want to do is to find the relevance between what you're doing and the contemporary time you're living in. So you're always trying to, connect with people, just like people who write books. I mean, they write books and they promote it and they try to get people to read the books. Even if there are just 2 or 3 people, those are the people who actually help propagate the relevance and importance of that book. An artist, a visual artist, faces the same struggles. The only difference is that the novelist or the writer understands the importance of the reader, the audience, whereas most artists do not underestimate. They always underestimate the importance of their viewer. I don't know why this is so, but it's a very big problem for artists. They do not actually think about their audience. They just think about the artwork. This must be shifted. This must be changed, especially in this new changing world of AI that can basically replicate anything that is put in front of it. You can imagine this. All I have to do, and I know how to use generative AI, all you have to do is give a prompt and write in what you want. If you know how to do the prompt engineering, you could practically produce any piece of work you want. But that is not the kind of art I'm talking about. I'm talking about the struggle with the pencil surfaces, textures, and all that stuff. There's an experience between that struggle and the final product you see. In generative AI, all you have to do is master how to write those programs, and you'll be amazed what you see at the end of it. But I'll pass on that. I'll concentrate more on the visual artist, a person who actually uses paint, sand, water, whatever, and tries to make a work of art that people may like. And after that, you need people to actually be able to take your art and take it somewhere. Hence, things like paintings would they always be evergreen. People always want a piece of work on their walls to give you the sense of give that word a sense of purpose, a content, a context in which you can discuss other important things in life. So you need paintings on walls, especially in our contemporary lives, things to reflect on. Some people buy sculptures if they get access to it. So the artist has to always have this dialogue between themselves, the work, and the client or the viewer. So there's a lot of work artists must do in our current times now, especially with the challenge of the new technology, AI. This will not end. I think AI relentless pursuit for excellence would really tax the artist, and also it will also put the artist in a much more anxious sense in the way that we as artists must educate our audience. We must pull them back from that age, that baseless age or faceless age, and bring them back to our own reality so they can see from our point of view. With that said, I hope that some of these things I've said make some sense. I hope you like it. Have a good day. Ciao.